Amazing.
Thank you.
I should go and take part in a beauty pageant again. Maybe this time I should try Miss Ghana or something. Or will I qualify? Miss Ghana or Miss Universe?
Definitely. Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Wait, let's check our heights. Please stand again. Let's see. Oh, I'm not that short, am I?
Let's try. I'm cheating.
Are you
I'm
in
cheating.
heels?
Yes, definitely.
So I'm taller than you without heels. But you look so beautiful. How's the rain been for all of you?
It's been fun.
Great?
Amazing.
Tell me about your reign, because you're currently still Miss Universe.
Yes, Miss
How's it
Universe.
going?
It's great. It's an experience, I always say. You know, the journey is always with ups and downs.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically. There are days where you get to enjoy, you have fun, there's a glam, you know. The other days that obviously is also a job, it's a title, you know. A title comes with ups and downs, it comes with responsibilities.
Yeah.
And then, so that's
It's
it.
been great.
It's the journey, it's amazing, it's an experience.
And I can tell, you look so fabulous, so I can tell how you're enjoying your reign. Your reign ended 4 years ago. But I remember when you won so vividly, and look at you now, you're like a top actress.
Hey,
you are in Eno. Have you watched Eno? Oh, so you recognize her?
Wow.
Thank you. How's it been, life after Miss Malaika Ghana?
Fantastic.
Tell me about it.
I'm enjoying it. Like you said, I have had the opportunity to chase my dreams and to go into the path I've always wanted to go to. I remember even on my finale day, my speech, I said it on that stage that I wanted to be an actress, and I'm so grateful to go that.
You're doing an incredible job.
It's happening for me.
How's Eno going?
Eno's going great.
Okay.
Should I get the spoiler?
Yes. Spoiler alert.
Season 2 was supposed to commence this September, but unfortunately it's been postponed. That's all I'll say. But it's coming. It's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming.
We're waiting for it, yeah? Nade, you have been so busy grooming other young queens as well. Ghana's most beautiful. And I remember when you won. I mean, everybody thought that you were doing amazing throughout the season, so it wasn't a surprise when you picked up the crown. But even after that, you've done so much for students, especially. Tell me about that.
Okay, so that would be my inclusive education project.
Yeah.
I assisted young women to get scholarships into school. I did some mentorship, and then I started a library project, which is still ongoing.
Okay.
But this education project has always been a dream. The difference between after the pageant and before the pageant is before the pageant, I was volunteering with education organizations, but after the pageant, I was able to create my own. And I got myself partners and sponsors, and I got people volunteering for me.
And I'm told you're an author.
Yeah,
you're an author now.
So I'd always been writing, but I also got the opportunity to publish after the pageant.
So you have a book?
Yeah, a collection of poetry, but the book is coming.
What about you, Miss Kwabi? Looking all fabulous in orange. Miss Ghana.
Yes.
That's not an easy feat. That means that you got to represent Ghana at Miss World.
Yes, please.
I'm envious of you. How was it?
It was fun. It was educative, meeting different girls from different parts of the world. And it wasn't easy, actually, because you need to tolerate everyone's attitude. So
Yeah.
I learned a lot from them.
And of course, you're so exposed now.
Yes, please.
You know what the rest of the world looks like by just looking at beautiful women who represented each country.
Yeah.
But for you, why did you take part in Miss Ghana?
So, Miss Ghana, actually, firstly, my twin sister went for Miss Ghana 2017.
Okay.
I think she went late, so she couldn't make it.
Oh.
Yeah, so 2018, I was pushed to go. I didn't go. And 2019, I decided
Why
to
didn't
go.
you go in 2018?
I was scared.
Scared of what?
I was scared to meet the judges. I was scared to make a mistake. And I didn't know what I was even going to do, actually. So 2019, when I got there, I went with my big sis. When I got there, I saw a lot of beautiful ladies. And I was like, hey, I wanted to leave, actually.
Yeah.
If my big sister didn't follow me, I would have left. Because when I met them, I was really scared. I was like, hey, these people, they are much better than me. So my sister was, no, don't say that. Just do it. If you don't qualify, you will just go home.
Yeah.
If you qualify, that is it. So I went. I was just praying. People go inside. They spend like 1 hour, 5 minutes, and they're still there. I'm like, God, no, please, I don't want this.
Yeah.
I just want an hour. So when I entered, a second. So when I entered, I just introduced myself, and I told them I'm a twin. All of a sudden, everything ceased.
Why?
I don't know. They just, when I said I'm a twin, that was all. They just liked me there.
Just like that?
Just like that.
So they didn't ask you any more questions?
No question. The only thing they asked me was if I have a performable talent, I should just perform it. And Akuma Mama Zimbi was singing for me to dance, and they said I can.
Oh, you can dance?
No, I'm not.
Is that what you did for the talent?
No.
Okay,
I did
Miska.
fabric manipulation.
I see. But Ingracias, I mean, interesting name, I must say. Ingracias means what, grace?
Graceful.
Graceful. What language is that?
Spanish.
Spanish. Are you half Spanish or something?
No, half from Ghana and half from Equatorial Guinea, but I speak French, Spanish, Portuguese, and English, obviously.
Should we switch to French and Spanish? Like we'll speak a bit of Portuguese at a point. Okay, that's nice. But what's been your most memorable time taking part in Miss Universe?
I think it's about meeting the other ladies. It's pretty competitive because when we come in the house, we're all thinking about the crown and then the challenges. As she said, you get scared along the way and all that. But then my most memorable time has been meeting them, personally getting to know them, not on the Miss Universe level, but even after the pageant. They are still here supporting me, and they can't actually wait for the international pageant, and they've been pushing. So I think it's been an amazing...
Oh, you're yet to go for the international
Yes,
pageant?
I'm yet
When
to.
is that happening?
We don't have the date yet.
Okay,
and the location.
but you've been preparing earnestly for it.
We have to.
You're coming back with a crown.
Definitely.
Miss Universe what? Well, the overall Miss Universe, right? I will be so excited if you pick up that crown. And I think you have all it takes.
Thank you.
So she can pick it, right?
Yes.
All the best. But what has really changed about you since you took part in this pageant?
I think I learned more about rising up, you know, standing for yourself, taking decisions per what your aim is. So you know where you're going to, and then you just build up on wherever you're aiming at. Yes, and self-development.
Self-development.
Yes.
What about you, Mimi? So if we talk about Miss Malaka Ghana, the girl you were then and the woman you are now, of course, you're talking about being an actress, but even before people get to know you as an actress, you know yourself so well. What has changed?
I think I have become more someone who goes after what she wants.
Okay.
You know, I persevere more because to decide to go for beauty pageants, that is a whole confidence on its own. You know, forget about meeting the judges. You even deciding to take that bold step to participate means that there's something in you that, you know, makes you believe you can do it. So going for the pageant, going through the auditioning process, through to the finale, it made me realize that if there's anything you want to do in this world, once you put your mind to it, you can definitely do it.
And you're doing absolutely
And I've become such a go-getter. I used to think I was ambitious before, but now, what is a no? When they tell you no, just move on to the, you know, that one person is not the whole world.
Exactly.
You know, you definitely get a lot more yeses than no's in this world.
Have you ever imagined what your life would have been like if you didn't win?
Winning is a plus.
Yeah.
But really, it boils down to the individual. You know, if you are a go-getter, if you're determined, if you are a hard worker, you're definitely going to get what you want. And I always use Bella as an example. She didn't necessarily win, but she still went after her dreams. So imagine if you had won. It would be a plus, not because you won, but because of you.
Yeah.
That's what I always say.
Exactly. That's true. But people watch beauty pageants and they're looking for the person that is physically attractive. And so sometimes if you don't meet their expectations, they consider you as not so beautiful and so you shouldn't win. So sometimes if someone who doesn't even meet their criteria of physical beauty doesn't win, they're like, yeah, but how did you choose someone who's not beautiful? Yeah. What is your definition of beauty? Does it really mean that you have to be physically there and that should be it?
No, it's not just about being physically there. I know people like to say that beauty is what you have inside, but for me, I think beauty is being confident, and beauty is being able to be yourself. Because, I mean, if you're physically beautiful and you are not confident or you don't know, then you won't do any, I mean, you won't get anything out of it. And like Marian said, it's not about the props or the physique. It's about your personal attitude. I know there's a saying that happy girls are the prettiest. There is nothing truer than that. No matter how physically beautiful you look, if you're constantly down, you're constantly looking down on yourself, you don't project yourself, I mean, your beauty won't just, the world won't see your beauty.
Yeah.
You know, so it's about what you believe you are. Otherwise, no matter what you have, it won't take you anywhere.
That's deep, right? And based on that definition of beauty that you gave me, and by the way, just Polo, darling, we're waiting for our drinks so we can all toast. you have been working on a project, or you worked on a project whilst you were a queen. And I remember that there were quite a number of, you know, young women that you saw through university, Maritime University. Tell me about that. I thought that was so impressive.
Okay, so, you know, honestly, the scholarships weren't like one of the things I was thinking about doing during the pageant. I wanted to work with dyslexia, kids with dyslexia. So when I came out, my first contact was someone who had a global dyslexia organization. But, you know, every time I pitched my idea to her, she thought, it's not focused enough. You know, you have to shift it here, shift it there, and time was going. So as that was happening, I kept, you know, talking to other people, looking for new opportunities.
Yeah.
And then I met Professor Goski Alabi, who is the owner, would I say, of Lawa Open University. And then she said to me that she has a running scholarship that she wanted to associate with me because of my education projects, because she was very particular about inclusive education. And I said, well, why not? So she just put my name on an existing scholarship. You know, so with the Lawa scholarship, it was just 2 people who are still, I think currently they're in their 2nd or 3rd year. They are doing 4 years to get degrees. But the other university, you know, we made all the noise about it. So the other university also approached me and said that, okay, we want to do something with you, but we don't know what it is. So I had to go back to the drawing board and, you know, put something together. I had to think about who would be interested, you know, to be a partner and a sponsor. And I spoke to them. So once I had the package, I went back to the university and, you know, I created a proposal and I shared it with them. It was a long conversation. It lasted about 6 months.
6 months?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, it lasted about 6 months. And then finally, you know, we agreed.
Okay.
You know, 3 key parties and then all the other sponsors and partners.
6 long months. One would think that once you're a beauty queen, it's like they literally lay red carpets at every institution that you go.
I did the hard work.
Wow. So it's not just about having a crown and a new car.
No.
There's a lot of work that goes into it.
Yes, and I was just saying this to a group of young women that I mentored over the weekend. You know, it's easy for you to think that, you know, people went to beauty pageants and now they have the spotlight. So let me just go to a beauty pageant and then the magic. I'm like, no.
It's not that simple.
Yes, besides, it's not everybody that goes into pageantry that realizes their dream or who becomes somebody. So you have to be willing to do the hard work.
Yeah.
Nothing in this world will be handed to you on a silver platter. You'll have the crown and the opportunity, but you have to work for it, you know, to make it a reality.
Tell me about your experience running your project as well, Rebecca.
Bella, it was very tough. I was doing scoliosis.
Okay.
So I raised fund for a scoliosis patient to go through his surgery.
What is scoliosis, by the way, for those who don't know what it is?
It is a disorder of the spinal cord.
Okay.
So I moved from one corporate institution to personal people, friends and family to raise funds. I organized Kid Bazaar to raise some money to add up to what I got. It's very expensive actually. It's almost like $20,000 US.
And you were able to raise the $20,000 US dollars?
Actually. I raised half of it.
Oh, but that's still impressive.
So,
$10,000 US dollars from donors.
Yes.
That's not easy. And so was he able to undergo his surgery eventually? How is he doing now?
He's fine.
How does it make you feel when you are able to give back to society?
I feel like I have achieved something because I came from the street and I have to give back to them if I have gotten there.
Yeah.
So doing that for him was an achievement, the greatest achievement in my life actually. Yes, so. And I recently launched my project, which is the Santry Tower project.
Okay.
Yeah, so I brought some of my pageant sisters from across Africa to Ghana to help me launch it.
Do you have my sisters here as part of your... No. Well, we're officially inviting ourselves.
Okay.
When is the launch?
No, I did it.
Oh, you've done it already? We're angry at you. You didn't call on us. No, but
I'm
go
so
ahead.
sorry.
It's fine.
Don't worry. When the project starts kicking up, I'll just call you.
Definitely. So your aim is to do what exactly with this sanitary
to
project?
Minimize period poverty. Yes.
Okay.
So I want it to be across the world. I don't want to do it only in Ghana. So I initiated it to my other pageant sisters outside the country to take it upon themselves to also launch it in their country. So I'll be going to Barbados.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
To help Miss Barbados to launch hers. They will move from other country to the other, to the other.
Yeah.
Yes.
And guys, what projects are you working on at the moment?
So just 2 months ago, that was on the 31st July, I launched my project titled the Power in the Pencil Project. Unfortunately, I didn't invite everybody here. But
yeah, we're fighting you too. We end up fighting each other because I'm sure all of us didn't invite the other for a project.
I actually invited her, and then she made it. She came.
Oh, she came?
She came.
That's
She did.
nice.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so I launched it 2 months ago, and I feel so excited about it because it has to do with education, and to me, I feel education is key. And when I talk about education, I'm not just talking about the usual book, you know, sitting in the classroom and all that. It goes beyond that.
Yeah.
Exactly. And yeah, so I'm targeting my project at, first of all, eliminating illiteracy.
Okay.
So having kids to know how to speak and, you know, to communicate in basic language, and as well as bilingualism. I'm also trying to instill the interest of speaking more than one language, and I'm starting with French because I speak French, obviously, and I teach as well. I chose a school in my community around Medina that I'm teaching French with. And
you're teaching French?
Yes.
For free?
For free. I actually teach my friends as well in Spanish.
Okay, and Spanish too?
Yes, my friends.
So how do we say beauty queen in Spanish?
Bella Reina.
Bella Reina. Oh, Reina is queen.
Queen.
Say it again, please.
Bella Reina.
Bella Reina. And your beautiful is?
Eres bella.
Eres bella.
Oh, eres guapa.
Okay,
Eres
so
bella.
beauty, beautiful is bella.
Bella.
Bella Reina. Ah. And at least French, I know vous êtes très belle.
Yes.
So that means you're all beautiful. Shay, I'm picking it. So I've been learning French for 20 years of my life. Still, I can't. But Miriam, what do you envision your life to look like in the next 5 years?
Ooh. I don't know if I've come to avoid questions like those.
Why?
Because do we really know what will be? You know, I can only hope that in 5 years or 5 years from now, I am happy, I'm doing the things that I love, and I am able to touch as much lives as I can.
Yeah, as many lives as you can,
Yeah.
right? Let's drink to that, actually.
Cheers.
We have to taste Jess Bolo's. This is all what, lemon smash? Or do we have different? Okay, so what did you make for? Mine is lemon smash.
Yes.
Cheers to the amazing work you've all done.
Thank you.
Cheers to the many more years of great things that you're going to be doing. And Mimi, you tell us about your projects when we drink. Yeah? Okay, so let's go. What do you think? You like it?
I
Yeah.
like it. I can taste herbs.
You can taste herbs. Okay, do you like herbs?
I love it.
You do?
Spicy.
It's spicy.
There's lemon. And
There's lemon in it. You like lemon?
Lemon as well.
Et vous?
Lemon.
Lemon? Lemon.
Citron.
Citron. Citron. Mimi, what was your project?
So, Engracia's project reminds me of mine actually, because I embarked on the Books for Change project.
Okay.
And my project was also to basically inculcate the habit of reading into children. But I went all the way to Prom to target some government schools. I worked with about 8 schools during my reign to provide them with books just to help them read, you know, because I believe that reading broadens your knowledge and your scope of mind, and you can just like see the world through books and just want so much for yourself just by reading what you know see in books. And during my time as well, 2018, fortunately for me, the Ghana Library Association were, should I say, recruiting ambassadors or picking people as, you know, ambassadors, and they knew about my project or my desire to just help people with reading, and so they called upon me. So during the year 2018, I was the ambassador together with Kojo, a YFM, Joy Prime radio presenter, TV personality, and also Stacey Amoating as well. And during Miss Malika Ghana, thank you, through our charity event, we donated to children with cerebral palsy. So during my reign, I made it a point to also give back to them. So the same organizations we went to, I went back there to help the kids with, you know, the little that I can.
You're doing well, but is it easy at the top? And I would love for all of you to answer this question. Is it easy at the top? Because once you become queen, everybody's hailing you, everybody wants to be your friend. You know, it's like you're living that high life. until maybe the reign is over, depending on what you use your reign for.
Sure.
But is it easy at the top?
No.
It's not?
No, it's not.
Why do you say it's not?
Well, because, okay, first of all, everyone is looking up to you. And Bella, personally, before the pageant, you know, it was 3 months of a 360-degree turnaround.
Yeah.
So my life before the pageant and my life after the pageant were not so different. It was just 3 months in between. And so I came out of the house and all of a sudden people think, for lack of a better word, I'm a god.
Yeah.
And I'm still trying to figure out where is this platform that I am on right now? What is happening here?
Even till date?
No, till date I've learned how to manage it
Okay.
and manage myself and carry myself. But at that moment, you know, and at the same time, people are saying, oh, nah, we love you. How do you do it? And when you hear how do you do it, that's when you start thinking, how did I do it?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and you know, you have all these things ahead of you that you want to achieve, but people are pulling you in all directions to help them achieve theirs. And if you don't pay attention, they misinterpret it as you not wanting to. You know, people misjudge you. If you're seen in a business meeting, like maybe I go for lunch with someone because that's when they're available, people think, oh, maybe that's a sugar daddy. You know,
Yeah.
it's all kinds of noise. And it's, trust me, it takes a very strong will to, in spite of all that, make it.
To make it.
Yeah.
And you are making it. You all are. I can imagine that perception that people have that once you're a queen, then you're doing all kinds of things, you know, just to make your money, just to get to the top. I know it's difficult, but I know that you all have surmounted those troubles. And that's why you're still here. You're still standing. And I know there have been challenges. For you especially, you're currently a queen. What are your challenges? And maybe we'll wrap up with that and your final words to our audience. What are the challenges that you're facing currently?
Well, I think I should say the expectations, right? And I'm currently preparing for the international pageant. I don't know the date yet, but I'm going to compete with other international girls from other countries. And you could tell this is Ghana. We have South Africa, we have USA, we have South Americans, we have Asians going to compete. We're going to be about 90 plus countries. So you can imagine how heavy the crown is on your head, because you go out there, and then I'm also going to push that to Ghanaians, right? We need Ghanaians to support us whenever we go out there. It's not easy. Trust me, it's not easy.
And we're all going to support you.
It's not easy because the thing is, when you go out there, you're no longer called Ifua or in Rasa, they call you Miss Ghana.
Yeah.
And then they are thinking that you have a whole country backing you. There's this heavy weight on your shoulders that you need to carry. You need to carry the flag of Ghana really high. So I'm trying my best to work towards it right now. It's not easy trying to get people, you know, trying to have people supporting you. As you said, you work with someone and they say, is it sugar daddy?
Yeah.
Oh, probably that's it. But oh, she has 2 boyfriends. She has 3 boyfriends. Oh,
Yeah.
she looks pretty today. Where did she get the dress from? You know,
Yeah.
she's changing heels all the time. How does she get her money?
Yeah.
I'm a beauty queen. I'm a worker, and I was in school as well. So you can do it all by yourself. You don't really need to cut corners. Let me put it that way. You don't need to do that.
You don't need to.
You don't need to do that.
Rebecca, what would you say to all the young women and men who are inspired by your journey and are hoping to achieve something eventually, but don't know where to start from?
Okay, so whatever you want to do it. Go for it. No matter what people would say, just forget about whatever they will say and just go for whatever you want to do. Just do it. Take the risks. If you fail, you fail. You learn from it, then you move on in life.
If you fail, you learn from it and you move on.
Yeah.
So pick yourself up. That's the most important thing. And I hope that you're inspired one way or the other, especially for the beauty queens in the house. 2 of you, right? Well, on that note, we're going to take a break. When we get back, we're playing games. And then we'll wrap up on the day show with our 4 beautiful Bellasitas in the studio. We'll be right back.